enjoy joining the band. It's like the final piece of the puzzle was together and felt like a real strong unit, you know. And our crowds were just, you know, we did really, really well for an unsigned band. You know, we'd sell out the country club 2 nights in a row.
Which is 1,000 people a night.
1,000 people a night. And I mean, I used to work at the country club for a year with the promoter, Will Nelly, there. And I would book Thursday nights and stuff. So, and we'd have national acts come in with records, touring. They'd do 500, maybe 600 people, you know. And we're selling this place out 2 nights in a row. So that finally got the attention. You know, we got so big in LA that it finally got the attention of the big promoters and the record labels. And we didn't just kind of sit back and wait for a record deal.
It's
We're very
different.
aggressive.
Yeah, it's very different now. There was no online. It was all go into a studio, make a recording, and get it to, you know, somebody, anybody. You know somebody? Okay, get it to the somebody you know. The somebody that you know will get it to somebody he knows. And, you know, it's like that. And then the shows, I mean, in promoting back in the day on the Strip, you know, I don't know,
we would
a
hand
few
out
thousand flyers.
I was going to say thousands of flyers we'd make up for a show and hand them out. We'd go out to the Forum.
Anywhere.
And just flyer cars. And anywhere there were big bands, anywhere there were rock bands, we tried, you know, telephone poles down the streets and handing out flyers on the Strip.
Grassroots, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Just total guerrilla warfare.
Yeah,
and then we tried to make flyers
Marketing.
that would get people's attention, and other people were doing the heavy metal thing really well. So we kind of did a tongue-in-cheek sexual innuendos for our flyers, and we had a lot of fun with that.
Did you make those yourself?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did it all as
Mark
a band.
Anthony did a lot of that, right?
Yeah, he printed them, but we came up with all the concepts and slogans and taking pictures.
$10,
always
all
doing
you can
photos.
eat. Warrant.
You know, scratch and sniff flyers. I mean, on and on. LA's #1 muff diving team was one flyer. I mean, it goes on and on, you know. So we really had fun with that. We went through a couple different managers. First, we were working with this lady, Jamie Shoup. And she worked for the same company that managed Prince and all these different people.
She brought Prince to them, man. She was
a big deal. She was a big deal and probably still is. I don't know. We've lost contact over the year. But she tried to get us signed to no avail. And then we met this guy, the lady that I worked for, Nelly Aloon, invited this guy, Eddie Wenrick, out to see a band called Racer X play. And we were opening for Racer X that night. And Eddie saw Warrant play and Racer X, and he said, I like Warrant. You know, that's who he wanted to manage. And so I started talking to Eddie, and then the whole band started talking to Eddie, and we started working with him and a guy named Tom Hewlett, which was his boss. And Tom Hewlett's partner was a guy named Jerry Weintraub.
Who's still around today.
And so
making movies.
Our original management agreement was with Weintraub Entertainment, and you know, that was pretty big names, man. So Eddie and Tom ended up getting us a deal. This guy, Ron Oberman over at CBS Records, or
Columbia.
It was CBS at the time, believe it or not. It wasn't even Sony yet.
Before it was Sony.
Just like a year later. Back when. Like a year later, Sony bought him.
Yeah.
But he signed us, and he signed us off a song that he heard that actually we recorded for, God, what was that guy's name over at A&M Records?
Aaron Jacobus.
Signed us to a
memory like a shark.
First right of refusal. So
he refused. We
did some songs, a bunch of live recordings. He'd never sign us, and we ended up. He got us on this soundtrack. We were supposed to be on a soundtrack called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So he hooked us up with was it Kirschenbaum? Stevie Salas and this other guy, David Kirschenbaum. Yeah, produced this song for that record, you know, for that soundtrack. And when everybody heard what the band finally sounded like with 2 killer producers in a real recording studio, all of a sudden, you know, A&M wanted to sign us. You know, Columbia Records wanted to sign us. There was a couple other independent labels, Mechanical Records through MCA wanted to sign us. Gene Simmons calling me. That was a thrill at the time, you know.
I'll give you 2 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.